Hey y'all, Melissa here with you today, and today we're going to talk about how to shorten zippers. I'll be showing you different ways to shorten different types of zippers. Let's take a look at how to shorten a nylon coil zipper. These are the easiest types of zippers to shorten because you can cut them and just stitch a new zipper stop onto the bottom of them. So let's say that I want my zipper to be here. Let's pretend I measured that. Because this nylon coil can be cut through, literally what I can do is cut across my zipper tape right there and just cut off that extra zipper. And then just so that that won't fray, I'm gonna use my matches. I'm gonna kind of melt the end there. This works well with polyester and nylon. And now all I have to do is sew a new zipper stop across this. I'm gonna do this on the machine with a wide zigzag stitch that has a short stitch length. Let's take a look at how to shorten a metal zipper. Here are the tools I'm going to be using. I've got needle nose pliers, I've got wire cutters, and I've got matches. So after I've marked how short I want to make the zipper, the first thing I need to do is remove these zipper stops at the ends. So I'm going to use the wire cutter part of these needle nose pliers, and I'm trying to get that slanted wire cutter part like underneath the zipper stop. And then I'm gently prying to loosen it up, and then I can use the tips of the needle nose pliers to fully pull this stop off. The reason I want to do this without cutting all the way through it is so that I don't damage the stop, because I'm going to use them again after I've shortened the zipper and I'm ready to put these back on. Now, as you can see, I have shortened one side of my zipper already here. And then I'm using these wire cutters to take off the teeth on the other side. So much like I did with the zipper stop, I'm pushing the wire cutter pieces, the slanted part, underneath the zipper tooth, and that loosens it up, and then I can, a lot of times, take it off just by hand. So I'm pushing and loosening up, and then using either the needle nose pliers or my fingers to pull that tooth off all the way down to my mark. I want to pull the teeth off all the way to my mark. Once I've removed all the teeth down to the mark, then what I want to do is grab my scissors, and I want to leave about a ½ inch of zipper tape above where I'm going to put my stop. So I'm just cutting that off with scissors. If this was a cotton-based zipper, then you would want to add fray check at this point, but because mine is polyester-based, I'm going to go ahead and grab my matches, and I'm going to use the heat from a match to kind of melt those fibers together and seal those edges so that it won't fray anymore. And I'm doing this both where I took the zipper teeth off as well as on the very end. Then I can finally get my zipper stop, and I'm going to push that back onto the tape just with my hands and make sure it's really on the tape. And once I've got it on the tape, then I'm going to use my needle nose pliers and really press hard as I can to tighten that stop onto the teeth and make sure that it stays in place. So now that I've got my zipper all shortened and ready to go, I can go ahead to the next step and sew this zipper onto my project. Finally, let's take a look at how to shorten a molded plastic zipper. Now, if this is like the nylon coil one where you don't need it to separate, you can just cut it off in between the teeth and zigzag stitch across it. But I have some tools out here because this one is a separating zipper. So I want to keep that separating stop at the bottom, and I want to remove teeth from the top and make a new stop. There's a few ways to do that. Let me move to the close-up camera so that you can see. First, just like I did with my other zippers, I need to mark where I want this shortened to. And you will notice, if you look really closely there, how I'm gonna have to cut in between this tooth and then up here because of the way those teeth zip together. So I want to unzip down below the point at which I need to shorten. And then I'm going to cut in between the teeth. And I want to seal those edges. Now I need to remove some of these teeth at the top, basically my seam allowance at the top. So I'm going to unzip this even further, and I'm going to mark which teeth I want to remove. So we're going to remove teeth from here up. And I'm going to use my wire cutters and cut the ends of the teeth off. There we go. Okay, now I need to do the same to the other side. Okay, once you have those other zipper teeth removed, we need to create a stop so that we don't slide the zipper right off the end here. And there are a few ways to do that. The first way is to take a needle and thread and to just sew a whip stitch around the tape above that last tooth. So you're sewing a whole lot of stitches in the same place to basically create a lump of thread. So that's one way to create a zipper stop. Another way, if you have leftover zipper teeth, you can get some from the opposite side from where you want to create the stop. So we're going to actually make another stop right here. Cut 2 zipper teeth off of that extra. And then zip them together with the last zipper tooth there. There we go. Cut off the extra fabric, as much of it as you can. And then we're going to use the matches or a candle or a lighter. Be very careful doing this. But basically, you want to melt those teeth together. Okay, see how that created like a lump there? Oops. And you can also very carefully, not with your fingers because it's hot, you can kind of touch that lump to shape it. Let that cool and let that harden again, and that will have created a zipper stop because it is stuck to those teeth and the zipper can't go up past it. It looks a little not as nice though. So here's my favorite method for creating a zipper stop. We're gonna do it on this side. You can buy zipper stops. So this is a little pack of them, and these are metal. And you can actually use these for your metal zipper too if you don't want to try to remove the metal zipper stops without like breaking them. So it's just, oops, It's just a little U-shaped piece, and you put it on the end of the zipper. You put it where you want that stopped to be, and then you pinch it with pliers. This is just like if you had reused the metal zipper stops. Like make sure it's pinched on there well, and then that will stop your zipper as well. Now mine's hitting my plastic lump first, but all three of those methods will allow you to make a zipper stop. All right, y'all, so those are different ways to shorten a zipper. If you check out this playlist, I've also got more sewing tips and answers to simple sewing questions.